Okay, now because of the way that UAA handles course scheduling, you're probably going to have a situation where you need to copy the enrollment from one course to a new course. That's going to probably be the course that your distance students enrolled in, and you're going to have to move those distance students into the course for your local students. And luckily, doing a course enrollment merge, or in this case it's called a course copy, is very simple. So if I go to the UAA tab here, where I have a link to all of my shells, course shells, and the reason you're going to see so many here is because when you have a Blackboard course, either one that you enroll in or one that you are teaching in, by default they're going to be in this list for 3 years before they are deleted. So I have a whole bunch of these lists here. So I'm going to go into the course that I'm going to be moving the students from. So let's use this as an example again, this course. Now, on my left navigation menu, I'm going to go down to the part under Course Management Tools right here. And we're looking for the customization, actually packages and utilities. And one of those utilities is called Course Copy. So I'll click on Course Copy. We now come to the Copy Course window. By default, for number 1, the copy type, this is fine as default. Now, where are you going to be moving this student enrollment to? This is where you click on number 2, the Browse button, and then you have a window that appears where you can add the course they're going to move to, say this right here. And then go ahead and click on the Submit button. That's going to cause this window here to close, and you're going to see your course ID right here. And we're going to ignore everything else in section 2. We're going to go down to number 4 for enrollments and click on Include Enrollments in the Copy. And then go ahead and click on Submit. And then Submit here. Now, I don't actually have any students in my course, so it's not going to do anything. But what you would see after you hit Submit is say, okay, your course copy has been added to the queue. And that means that it might take some time for those students to be copied over. It could take a few minutes or a few hours depending on how busy the Blackboard servers are. And with classes starting on Monday, they're probably pretty hammered. That's essentially all you do for copying enrollment. Now, what's going to happen is your students will log into UAA and they're going to see 2 different courses listed, and they're going to have no idea which one to use. So, in your course that you just moved the students from, you really should create what's called an announcement. And that link right here is called Announcements right on top. It's also the default page you come to when you go into your shell. And you can create an announcement that way by this button right here. So I'm going to make an announcement and say, course moved to a different Blackboard shell. And what the hell? Okay, there's our options. By default, if you guys just see a few icons like this, that's because you are in the minimized mode. And to expand this and see all of our options for making nice, attractive messages, go over here on the far right where this double arrow is at, and click on the double arrow to expand this window, and now you can see all the options for your posts. So I'm making a new announcement. I'm going to say, hey, those of you enrolled in the distance component of course, whatever the course is, have been merged with the main course that all of the students, including yourself, will be using from this moment on. The course should show up in your UAA course list as, and then we go to our UAA. I'm going to open a new tab, and then we go ahead and copy this guy here, this link, paste it here. And by default, it's going to save the URL. At least it should. And you can tell because it's blue, but we also have the URL and the break URL icons depressed or pressed in, active, whatever you want to call that. And so when you go ahead and save this, also tell them, hey, if you have any questions or concerns, contact me at, then give them your email and give them your number, and then at the following hours. So when can they contact you when they have problems? And then for the duration, we're going to do not date restricted, so they can view this announcement at all times. And once you, and then course link is only if you're going to be sending them a link to a section in your course. We can't send them to a section in a different course. So right now, for what we're doing this for, course 3 is useless. And now I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. And once you do, Blackboard will automatically email your students and tell them, hey, those of you enrolled in this course, you've now been moved, or whatever else this announcement actually tells them. So my announcement right here that I had already made is this right here. And again, if we mouse over the announcement, if I had a whole bunch of announcements, I can drag and drop these guys and reorder them just by clicking and dragging on the bar on the far left. Well, I only have one, so it's not going to go anywhere. But just be aware that you can drag around links, folders, assignments, anything and everything in Blackboard can be modified to your liking. And last but not least, if you go back again to the UAA course here, course list, you're going to see some of these course names are really ugly. Like, what does this even mean? All this crap here. You can rename this link very easily. So I'm going to go over here and back to my shell. So to rename your course shell, that's going to be under the course management section of the navigation bar on the left. And then we're going to go to customization. And then under here for properties, this is where we can change the course name to be whatever we want. We can also change the course description as well. Just be aware that if you do change your course name, change it before you send the announcement to your students. Otherwise, when they log in, they're not going to know which course they should be looking at because you changed the course name. So change your course name first, then do the announcement alerting your course that they've been copied to a different shell.